Hey guys, and welcome back. Dana here from DNA Wellness, where here we talk all things health and wellness, starting with your hair. So today I wanted to talk about oily hair and oily scalp. We already talked a little bit about dry scalp and dandruff, what is kind of the difference, how that works, and how you can have simple, easy solutions to that. So check that out in this video. But today I wanted to talk very specifically to my people on oily hair and oily scalp. So if that's what you want to hear, stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to give you easy, simple solutions. So stick around. So if you are not already, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button so you can get notifications every single time new videos come out. New videos come out every single Wednesday, so I would love to see you here. Comment below if you are one that struggles with that oily hair, oily scalp. Let me know some things that you've tried, some things that have worked, some things that have not worked, and let me know if there's any other things that you would love us to chat about here on this station. So let's jump right in, and we're going to talk about 4 different things that could be linked to why you're experiencing oily hair, oily scalp. And then we're going to go very deep dive into 4 solutions to those common problems. So number 1 can be food, or the things that you are intaking or not intaking. So a lot of times, depending on our diet, maybe we have a lot of sugars that we're taking in, maybe a lot of processed foods. This could be one reason why you're getting oversecretion of oils and that you're finding that your scalp is oily and then maybe your hair is oily as well. Number 2 could be something as simple as the temperature of water that you cleanse your hair with. So this is one that a lot of people don't really think about, and even especially like maybe in your colder months, you might find that your showers get a little bit hotter than they normally are. But what happens a lot of times when the water is too hot, it actually shocks the scalp. And what it does is then produces more oil, produces more sebum that could be caused because of the temperature of your water. Now, here's the reality. Most of us are probably not going to check the actual temperature of our water, but it is a good practice to get into, especially when you're trying to lock in maybe your conditioner or the last step in your process, to rinse with a cooler water, okay? And I actually talked a little bit about that in this video, so check that out as well, because this can also be linked to maybe why you're losing hair or you're not getting a lot of hair growth. Number 3, another one that seems pretty simple, but where are you putting those products? So I also talk about this a little bit, but remember when we talk hair care, right? So hair care is a little bit different than our scalp. So scalp is nothing more than an extension of skin. So hair care products are not always meant to actually be applied or put on our scalp, which is skin. So a similar process that we do a lot of times with our face should be also done in extension to our scalp, which I talked a little bit about that in this video. So make sure you check that as well, because there is a big difference between the care you do for your scalp versus the care you do for your hair. So what I suggest for a lot of people is with some things that might be a little bit heavier, like maybe your conditioners, only put that on the ends of your hair and try not to get to the roots and into that scalp area, because a lot of times you can get a lot of that buildup and you can find that your scalp and your hair ends up just a little too oily. So number 4 is ingredients. Ingredients. I cannot stress this enough. It matters what you put in your hair. Your hair might be angry because of the ingredients that you're putting in. It is so important to make sure that you don't have certain toxins in your ingredients. Alcohol sometimes can strip the hair and confuse the sebum, causing you to produce more. Things like a lot of sulfates, a lot of parabens. Again, because they're not natural, your skin and your hair don't understand it. They have reactions to it that can actually be linked to oily scalp, oily hair, and too much sebum production. So it is so important to know and understand the ingredients in your products. Make sure that you're avoiding anything that could be causing some type of harm, because even if you're not seeing surface damage, long term it could be causing a lot of issues in your hair. So you really want to be crucially important to think about those ingredients. So now let's jump into 4 solutions to that oily hair, oily scalp, some things that you can do, some things that could help. So number 1, I want to talk about dry shampoos. So I want to talk about this one because it's one that a lot of people gravitate to, and it's one that I wouldn't necessarily say is always the best solution, but it is an option, and some people really have had a lot of great success with it. But one suggestion that I would definitely give if you're going to use a dry shampoo is to use it before you know the oil secretion is going to be heavy. So what do I mean by that? So let's say normally you wash your hair maybe on Monday evening, and then Tuesday morning you wake up and you find that your hair is oily, right? So maybe you might say, hey, I'm gonna use the dry shampoo in between those times, right? Or like for instance, let's say you do it Tuesday morning and then you normally on Wednesday morning. So maybe then Tuesday night, you're gonna use that dry shampoo to help while you sleep, when maybe you're getting more sebum, more oil production. It can help to keep that at bay. So that is my one suggestion. If you're going to use the dry shampoo, if you're finding success with it, use it before you know that you're going to get really oily hair and oily scalp. So number 2, we are going to talk about dilute your shampoo. So this one kind of might seem a little strange, but depending on the type of shampoos that you use, a great tip might be to simply just dilute it. It might be a concentrated shampoo that for your hair and your hair texture, it might just be a little too heavy. So I do, with one of my favorite shampoos and conditioners, I do dilute mine. And I will say for me, I actually have the opposite issue. So I dilute it even though my hair loves the oils, right? So check this video out here where I show exactly how I dilute a particular shampoo. It also is amazing for being eco-friendly because I reuse some of the bottles and some of those things. But diluting that shampoo, diluting your conditioner might be a great way to expand on some of those oils so it doesn't build up as much in your hair. And in combination to that, when we talk about our conditioners, avoid oils that might be too heavy for your hair. So this is important if you know your hair type, you know your hair texture, which I talked a little bit about in this video, so check that out. Because when you know that, you know what things might be too heavy. So for your hair, a butter might be too heavy for it. It's going to weigh it down. It's going to be greasy. It's going to feel right? So you need to know what oils work, what oils don't. There's some great fatty oils like avocado oil, the safflower oil, sunflower oil, right? But everybody's hair texture is different. Everybody's hair type is different. So even I find for me, different seasons, I might exchange what oils I'm using. You know, sometimes I might use this heavier one, and sometimes I might need a lighter one because it's just too much for my hair. That's another great tip when it comes to how you're going to use those shampoos and those conditioners. So number 3 is apple cider vinegar rinses. So I absolutely love apple cider vinegar rinses. One of my absolute favorites. I do a lot of them. I have different recipes in my book, Kinky Locs. If you don't have a copy of that, link in the description. Make sure you get a copy of that. Because this can be another amazing thing, not only to help combat like oily scalp and oily hair, but it also is a great purifier for the hair. It's great for not stripping on the hair. It helps to balance the pH in your hair. So it just has so many amazing benefits in general, but it also is a great one to maybe add. You might find that maybe every other time you shampoo, and then those times you don't shampoo, you use the vinegar rinse in replacement. So number 4 is one that might sound a little strange, but again, a lot of success with this one. So try some salt in your shampoo. Yep, I said that. That's right. Salt. Yep. So whether it's Himalayan salt, whether it's just a regular salt in your kitchen, you want to take maybe about a tablespoon of that, add it into your shampoo, mix that up, make sure it dissolves really well, and wash your hair with that dissolved salt in there, and see what type of amazing results you get with that. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you today. Again, easy, simple ways to treat oily hair, oily scalp. Be sure, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button, hit like. The likes actually help to have more people find this content and be able to enjoy it. Again, I want to hear from you, so comment in the comments below. Let me know what things are working for you. Again, new videos come out every single Wednesday. I hope to see you there. I appreciate and love you so much.